All right. My name is Ben Baraga. I am a program associate at Columbia's Center on Sustainable Investment. I just graduated from Pomona College in Los Angeles with a degree in public policy analysis, and I'm originally from Los Angeles, so I just moved here in January. So air pollution is a big problem in Los Angeles with smog and everything, and really what got me into taking my first class about it was called environmental analysis was the fact that air pollution had gotten so bad in 2020. We had one of our worst wildfire seasons on top of the pandemic in 2020, and you literally couldn't go outside, which was sad because, you know, a big thing getting me through the pandemic was the fact that Los Angeles is beautiful. We have gorgeous mountains like right next to us, so I would go on hikes. Believe it or not, there are some streams, even though the place is so dry. But I literally couldn't go outside because the air quality was so bad. My dad literally developed asthma. Like, he didn't have it as a kid, but him playing sports meant that he developed it because it's just such a polluted area. So all of that stuff sort of was circulating in my head, and then the fact that I couldn't go outside and I was taking online classes already, I decided to enroll in environmental analysis. I was like, maybe this will interest me. And yeah, it did. It was very empowering, and the rest is history. I just kept taking classes in it, and it developed into a passion. Really, if there's one thing I could say, coming from a liberal arts school that's very interdisciplinary, is that this topic is only getting bigger, and it's only drawing more and more people. Take COP that just happened, COP29. It draws people from all different disciplines, all different industries. It's debatable whether they are all speaking with each other rather than talking at each other. So really just keeping in mind empathy and facilitating conversations between people as people with common interests, which is to preserve the environment around them. Not only that, but also preserve their communities. I mean, we talk a lot about the non-human factors, which are obviously gorgeous and need to be preserved, but a huge part of climate change advocacy is listening to community members. You know, even if they're not a scientist or something in a high up place, like, you know, the people that are actually being affected by something like air pollution, they're often the ones that are driving change and making their voices heard. So one of my more formative experiences in my very short time being an advocate was a class I took where we essentially just taught a class of sixth graders. Intro ecology, we took them out to a native tract of land and just showed them around and taught them why local ecology was so unique and so special, and we taught them, you know, structure and function and why the seasons changed. The fact that they were learning something about being connected to their land. It was such a simple thing, but it seemed so effective. You know, they came away with a fully new consciousness that they'll take throughout their lives about why this place is so fragile and so unique and so special. So again, having these conversations, it goes from talking to sixth graders and talking to some of the leading scientists, economists, lawyers. It's all the same, which is empathy, meeting people where they're at, and obviously people have their lives. It's hard to get through the day-to-day, but just taking that second to pause in nature helps. Yeah, that's key, is again meeting people where they're at. So yeah, that's what I've learned so far. You know, check in again when it's not just been 4 months working, but that's what I'm trying to do is listen as much as possible, learn as much as possible. I'm not in a place yet where I feel I have anything to teach, but one day I hope to be a teacher. My mom was a teacher, and so is my grandma. So that's the most important skill, is communication. Obviously the models need to be worked out, but really, can it get to the policymakers' ears, and will that communication be actually effective? I think that's great.